Hi guys. That's why am I laughing? But one second. Okay. Hi guys, it's your girl Joy. Um, I am very honored. I'm very grateful to be here on the famous The Bench. I'm actually glad that I'm here. Thank you so much to Franklin for inviting me and having me here. So, just a little introduction about myself. I am from Kildare. I go to college down in Cork. I'm studying computer science, so I'm a tech babe. That's what we call it. We don't say STEM girl. We call it tech babe. But yeah, I'm down at Cork for college. I love it down here, although the weather can be crazy. It's yeah. You guys know if you live in Cork, you know what the weather is like. It is absolutely crazy, but I love it. And yeah, so I'm in my third year of college, guys. Why am I like jumping past all these bits? But yeah, I'm in my third year of college and I love it so far. God has brought me this far. It's meant to be, so I can't complain. I cannot complain. So I'm here on the bench, a little, one to one, a little talk about my life, talk about my faith and just my relationship with God. So I think the first thing I'll like talk on is my faith, like my upbringing. So as you know, every like Nigerian kid or every African kid, you had to go to church on a Sunday. Like you could not miss church. Even if you were sick, you're going to church. Whatever day it was, you were like you had to be in church. So for me, growing up was more or less being in church every single day. Not every single day, damn, I take that back. Being in church every Sunday and like I remember getting up really like early hours in the morning, getting ready, getting dressed to go to church. And like don't get me wrong, I loved going to church, but it was more or less going to church to see my friends and listen to the worship and praise. And when we do praise and worship, we do it big. We do it big. So yeah, my home was like a very much like a Christian household. Like we would read our Bibles like on a specific day and we would just like, yeah, go to church every Sunday. And for me, like I didn't really understand what was going on. And I just knew Sunday we dress up, we go to church. So that upbringing, I really just said, yeah, typical Sunday, go to church, tell friends, yeah, guys, how was your Sunday? I went to church. Calm. For me, I think I I kind of read all like, the children Bible stories, things like that. So I kind of knew, okay, I knew of God and I knew of Jesus, but it wasn't really anything like, oh, like this is like the deeper, like on the deeper level. So I think I was around the age of 6 or 7, and it was like a night where we just did like family devotion, and my family and I were praying. And I remember my mom asked me to just pray. And like 6 or 7, like, what are you going to pray about? Like, you're still a kid. So I closed my eyes and I just started praying. I started praying for everyone in my family. And then it came onto my sister. So some of you guys may know, some of you don't know. I have a sister that has cerebral palsy. So she's wheelchair bound and she cannot talk and she cannot walk. So more or less the fact that yeah, I was just praying for her, like for God to do a miracle in her life and for God to just come down and like, just heal her. And while I was praying, I had my eyes closed and I just saw like a bright light and it was just God coming down and like touching her and healing her. And that day I legit like when I finished, like when I prayed finished, I started screaming. I was like, Mom, I just saw Jesus. He touched Mary. He touched Mary. Let's go and check on Mary. Like God has healed her. And guys, like I kid you not, like with Mary, like Mary would not like she crawls from time to time, but it's not regularly. And like even when she was born hard of hearing. She was born deaf. She was born blind as well. So that night we just see Mary's now grabbing things. Mary's hearing as well. And I was like, what is going on? I was like, damn. I prayed to God and he really performed a miracle in her life. So that was like my first encounter with God. Like, but I was still a kid, so I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, damn, he really went and did his one on her. But I think after that, it was more or less like just doing the typical night vigil. Like till this day, my mom's the type of person, like every Friday, we must do night vigil, even if it's like 10 minutes to like 50 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, we must do night vigil. Like I remember I went home for Christmas and I was like so tired. I was just like, girl, I just want to sleep. I just came back from college and I got the train straight back home. She was like, no, girl, you are not going to miss out on night vigil. So even doing that, like already with that, I had that upbringing and it was just bringing me closer to my faith with God and on my walk with Him as well. So more or less, we were doing night vigil and things like that, and like we went to church. And the church that we used to go to was like the Pentecostal churches. And a funny thing is that one of the stories, like I'd say, like was it the pastor was giving his sermon and he was like, oh, there are some people in this church, they come to church and they just come to dress up and do a fashion show. Like me and my older sister kind of knew what, like who he was on about. He was on about our family. And I was just like, first of all, if you want to preach a sermon, that is not the type of topic for you to pick. Like, I'm like, dude, you say God is using you, but you're here trying to say people are coming to church to dress up, people are coming to church to do this and that. Like, I'm coming to the temple of God. I gotta look good. But it was one of those things that we were just like, damn. So I kind of just decided, I was like, yeah, this church is not for me. Like, I am so done with this church. And I think I was about 8. So, guys, I was very, very young to be making drastic decisions on my faith. But I told my mom, I was like, I'm not going to follow you to your church anymore. And then I started going to our local Catholic church back home. And then one thing led to another. I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I'm getting baptized. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to get baptized. So I did my baptism and then did my Holy Communion and I started going to the church by myself. And then that's how, one by one, my family started to follow me as well. And we all just started going to the Catholic church. So in there, I became an altar server where you like serve mass, you like help the priest out. So you bring up like the gifts, you bring up the wine, the host, and you'd like turn on just like the little things like you'd help out with during mass. So we would do that. And then I got my brother and my little sister involved as well, and they started becoming like altar servers. And then as time passed on, I grew out of that because you reach like a certain age, you get to secondary school, and then like you stop doing that. So I became a minister of Eucharist. So I was the person that would give out the Holy Communion. I would like give out, bless, like give out the host and give it to people. And then I also started doing the reading as well. And look, with that, like it was more or less, oh, I'm just going to church. Like this is my duty. This is my job. This is what I have to do. It wasn't more or less like, oh, like reading the Bible was like we'd still do that, but it became less for me on my part. It was like certain like night vigil. Now my mom would be like, okay, you're going to carry the Bible. I want you to turn to this chapter, read it. I want you to turn to this chapter, read it. Till this day, she still does that. But for me, I think I became very distant with that. I would read my Bible less and more or less I would pray less. It became that I was praying like to God to ask Him for stuff. When I needed Him to do this and I needed Him to do that, I was just praying to God to ask. And it's more or less, asking and receiving. So with that situation, I kind of, just kept on going to church, doing my own thing. And just kept on doing my own thing. I think it was really college that opened my eyes. Like, guys, college will open your eyes. Like, I know, I said from the beginning, I said, if I want to go to college, I want to go to UCC. And I don't know what it was. I know my sister did her master's in UCC, so I fell in love with the college then. But since I entered like 5th year of secondary school, I told God, I was like, if you want to give me a college, put me in UCC. I did my CAO. Half of the choices were UCC. I was like, I do not even care what the course is. I do not care what you want to give me. I want to go to UCC. So I did the Leaving Cert, and guys, when I tell you, God works in miraculous ways because I wanted dentistry so bad. Do not ask me why. I wanted dentistry or pharmacy, and I think I had like, yeah, I had a couple of like dentistries, then pharmacies, and then afterwards it was kind of like tech courses. So it was like, um, what was it? It was computing with business, or it was like computer science, different like computing courses, anyways. And I know my auntie, like my mom and auntie, were like, "Oh, Joy, you should do computer science." And I was like, "Guys, no." I just fixed the computer. I just turned on, turned it off, and it works. They were like, "No, but you're really good. Like computers is your thing. Do it." I was like, "Guys, no, I'm okay. Let me just stick with my dentistry, guys." So I did the leaving cert. Me being me being the girl I am, I was like, "No, I'm headstrong. I want to do dentistry." Yeah. Did I get into dentistry? No. Anyways, we're gonna, pass by that. Guys, I got my CAO. Why did I get computer science in UCC? I saw like the course code, I saw the CK, and I said, I'm accepting it. I don't even care what the course is. I am gonna do it. So I got computer science down in UCC. I was like, if that's not God telling me something, I do not know. And like when I tell you Kildare to Cork, it's a journey. Like it is far. So people were like, why didn't you not go Dublin? I was like, guys, I do not know. Like, it was just in my heart. Cork is where God wanted me to be. So I was like, I prayed over it. I was like, God, like, if it's not meant to be, like, put me in Dublin. But no, God was like, girl, Cork is a place for you. So now I'm in Cork college. First year was the COVID era, so it was all at home. So second year, I now come down to Cork and I'm living there. And more or less, it was the fact that I really didn't find a church that kind of fitted me, if you get me. I didn't find like a place that I wanted to go to, that I could fit in and see myself grow and develop in my faith. So it was, I think it was second year fully. Yes, so second year, I happened to go to Afro Sock, and that day my friend had begged me. She was like, "Girl, come," and I was like, "No, it's okay." And this was like the last event of the year, and she was like, "You know what? Come. Like, if you don't like it, you can leave early." And guys, I happened to go to that event, and I met my best friend Sandra. If you guys, guys, I'm being Sandra and Franklin are behind the camera and they're trying to make me laugh. So I'm gonna continue on. But that night I met Sandra and it's so funny and how small the world is. Cause guys, I promise you, me and Sandra clicked instantly. Like this is like really weird to say, but we built our friendship on trauma bonding. Like, guys, I kid you not, there were so many things that we could relate to that happened in our lives. And I was just like, this girl gets me and I get her. And I was like, was it not God? Because it couldn't have been anyone else. Like, I feel like it was God. Like, we were meant to cross paths. Because I promise you, I've never seen this girl on campus before. I could walk campus 10 times a day. And I promise you, I did not see Sandra. So I was like, God really put this girl in my path. And a funny thing as well is that our parents both went on a trip to Israel together and we did not know. We only found out when my sister got married that our parents were on the same trip together. I was like, is this not meant to be? Like, God really said, I've picked this girl for you. You two are going to cross paths and be friends. So now I'm talking to Sandra, like we got really close. And I was telling her, I was like, oh, like I haven't been going to church because I haven't really found anywhere that I like. And she was like, girl, do you want to go to like the church I'm going to? And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll follow you along. I'll see what it's like. So she was the first person that took me to church in Cork because I did not I just didn't find anywhere that I could see myself going into or that I felt comfortable in. So she's the one that brought me to Cork Church. And ever since then, like our faith, I think more or less our faith has like grown. We both like we both uplift each other in everything that we do. Like certain situations, like we just know God has us. We motivate each other. We're like, babe, you've got this. Like, just, God is there for you. Just pray about everything. Like, there are times that I've had like my worst days. I kid you not, days have been rough. And she's just like, Joy, just know God has put you in this situation because he knows you're definitely going to come out of it. God has put you in this situation because he knows you're like, God does not give what is it, his toughest battles. Yeah, to his weakest shoulder. Yeah, something like that. But like, she's like, Joy, like, God has got you. He wouldn't put you in that situation for him not to get you out of it. And I'm like, girl, you know what? You're right. So even with that, like, just me and her, like, we've had our days where we just, we just let go and let God because things like, guys, life is tough. Life is tough. Everything is tough. I kid you not, nothing is easy. Anyone that's telling you life is easy, they are lying to you because life is not easy at all. Life is so, so hard. And I just know, like, praying to God, like, he takes a, like, praying to God, like, those things that are tough in my life, he kind of strips them one by one. And as the day goes on, everything just starts to get smoother. So, like, with me, I just feel like I go to God just to talk. Before it was all about asking and receiving, but now, like, I'm like, I cannot be doing that with life anymore. More or less, I go to God to just talk to him. Like, it's giving therapist. It's giving therapist. Like, I just lay everything down to him and I just surrender. And I'm just like, God, you know what? You take the wheel. Because you've written out my life. You've written out my story. You know what's best for me. And I'm just like, I lay everything all down to you. So even with that, like, I think we started going to young adults and we kept on just uplifting each other, um, just helping ourselves, like just hearing the word and just like praying, just getting the understanding and just going on that journey of building my faith and my relationship with God. So yeah, we go to young adults now and we meet a couple of the guys and they know who they are. We all met the guys, and guys, I kid you not, like that day, I feel like it was meant to be. I feel like God really said, I'm going to gather all my people and put them in one space, and you guys are all going to meet each other and just, become friends. And that's how I met Franklin, I met Jeremiah, I met Godfields, and then Liz as well, our friend. Me and Liz, we've known each other since I started going to church. So we met Liz and Amanda as well. And I met Amanda through college and Sandra. And guys, I kid you not, these people are amazing people. Like, God will not put people in your life if he does not want them to be in your life. I kid you not, these people have uplifted me. They like motivate me to be a better person. Like, my journey with God really truly started because of them. Like, I've told them multiple times that, like, guys, I've tried, and sometimes I just fall back into that trap, or I just fall back and I'm just like, I can't do this. But with them, like, they've motivated me. They're like, Joy, these things happen. You just have to continue to push yourself further and further and further. And I'm just like, it's all thanks to you guys, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. So with them, like, just being surrounded with good people, they've really motivated me on my journey with God. And like, guys, I would tell you, nobody's the perfect Christian. Like, nobody is the perfect Christian. Like, with me, I have my days. I have my days. Like, I'm like, I want to do this. I want to read my Bible. I want to spend time with God. And the devil's going to find ways. The devil is going to find ways to stop you. And I'm like, not today. Cannot happen. But guys, like, it's just being on that journey. Like, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But when you have that mindset that this is what you want to do, you got it. Like, God is going to be there to walk with you on your journey. God is going to be there with you. Like, in your toughest moments, he's going to be there with you. Like, a saying, like, on my top, it says holy religion, but on the back, it says faith over fear. So, guys, even with that, when you fear things, just know that you need to have that faith that God has got you. Like, anything, like, you could be scared of life. like there was a certain point in life, like I kept on telling Sandra, I was like, oh, I'm so scared of dying. I'm so scared of dying. But she was like, girl, like God has got you. Like he said it. Like faith over fear. You just need to have that faith and know that you're gonna go to the afterlife. Like everything is going to be okay. And I can't like ever since that day, guys, I'm just like, God has said it, God's got me. Why am I stressing? Why am I stressing? So I think there's a specific song that like that speaks to me, and it's like been so good. It's called Been So Good by Elevation Worship with Tiffany Hudson. Guys, like that song speaks volumes, because there are times in my life that I'm just like, damn, God has really been good to me. I may not see it. It's when I look back on life and I'm like, damn, like he has really been so, so good. Because there are times in life I've been through trials and tribulations, and I just know that, damn, like God has been so good. So, so good. I'm here complaining, I'm worrying, and God is just sitting there. He's looking at me, he's laughing. He's like, girl, I have your life planned out. These things are meant to happen for a reason, because everything is going to be okay at the end. And one of like the lyrics that really spoke to me was, for every time you've brought me through, I call you faithful, and I just want to thank you, Lord. And like with that, like God is so faithful. Like God is truly, truly faithful. Like when you just think about things, like there are certain points in my life that I'm like, I just want to give up. I'm so done with life. I was just like, yeah, at this stage, you know what? It's okay. Like, let me just do my own thing. Let me just go. And God he's really shown himself for me. Like, he's really been there for me. He's brought me out of crazy situations. And it's only God. It's only God. Like, that journey, like, yeah, it's only God that can do it for me. Like, it's only God. So, with that, like, guys, so many things, so many things. Like, I've questioned God multiple times. I've been like, damn, dude, I asked you for this and you did the complete opposite. I've prayed to you for this and you've answered me with this. And I'm just like, I'm talking to you, I'm crying out for help, and I'm like, just help me on this journey. I'm like, I'm reading my Bible, I'm praying, I'm listening to your word, I'm going to church. What is going on? And I think the main thing that really spoke out, like a main event that really showed me God's faithfulness, was my exams. Actually, I had to do a repeat exam, and I was just like, I cannot do this again. Like, I'm actually done. Like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. And I went to God and I said, if you can take me out of this, I will praise you for the rest of my days. So this was back in like August last year, and I was like, God, if you can take me out of this situation, I will praise you for the rest of my days. I'm gonna do da 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 da. And I was here giving promises, and guys, I did the exam. All glory to God. The song that got me through that was "The Story I'll Tell" by Naomi Rain. Like one of the lyrics goes, "Oh oh, my God did not fail," and guys, I kid you not, God did not fail me. God did not fail me. I passed that exam with flying colors, and I was like, it's only God. It's only God. But then what did I do? Me being not the perfect Christian, I went back to my old ways. Here I was, August, telling God, I will do this, I will do that if you do this for me. And God did not fail me. He did not fail me. He actually brought me out of that situation. But what did I do? I failed God. Like, I practically failed God. I went back to my old habits. I went back to my old ways and just continued on with life. I continued on with life. And I think my journey then, I had to just start all over again. I was like, Joy, like, what is your purpose? Like, what are you meant to do? Like, you claim, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that. But here you are going back to your old ways. Here you are doing this, doing the complete opposite of what you said. And I think it was around October, I had gone to a concert, And the following day I went to the church and they had the artist Neon Adejo perform. So he held worship. And guys, if you don't know about him, check him out. He's an amazing artist. My favorite song of his is Eze Bube. Check it out. Very, very good artist. So he came and he performed. And I think it was more or less the fact that I said to myself, I was like, oh, look, everyone, like all those people that cry during worship, like, why are they crying? Guys, God really said, I'm going to grab you. He looked at me and it was like less than 10 seconds later, I'm there on the floor. I'm crying. I'm bawling. And the one song, like he sang Goodness of God. And the one word that, like the one like lyric that he kept on repeating was, with my life laid down, I surrender now, I give you everything. And that line just struck like my heart. And I said, yeah. I was like, no, like truly, God is speaking to me. Like even now, I'm just like, with my life laid down, I surrender now, I give you everything. Like God is gonna take you as you are. He's gonna take you as you are. He doesn't want you to be perfect. He's gonna take you as you are. Like it's them ones I was just like, damn. He really said, with my life laid, like I said, with my life laid down, I surrender now, I give you everything. And guys, that day I came out a new person. I left the church and I came out a new person. I was just like, God is amazing. The way God can change your life in the space of like 10 seconds, it's absolutely amazing. Like God will change you for the better. Like God would change you for the good. Like, so that day, my journey started and I really just, started spending more time with God. Like with the guys that I hang out with, my circle, they really uplifted me. They really uplifted me in everything that I do. And just spending more time, like, even if it's like we all hang up together, we talk about like our life, we talk about crazy things, but in the end, we always find ourselves just talking about the word of God. We always find ourselves talking about Jesus, just talking about how we can motivate each other, push each other on our journey. And now life is sweet. Guys, walking with God is sweet. God is there with me. God is like wherever I go, I just know God is there with me. Like in everything that I do, I know He's helping me. Like where one or two are gathered in His name, Jesus is there. I feel like as I'm gathered here and as I'm gathered with friends, God is with us. Like He's watching our every steps. He knows what He wants for us. He knows what's good for us. And like, yeah, just the journey is not easy. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It is not an easy journey, but like just keep on pushing through. Just keep on pushing through. It is not easy at all. But with God on my side, yeah, He's just gonna make it easy for me. I know He's got me. He's got me real good. Real good. So I have like a Bible verse. And so yeah, it is Romans 3 verse 22. And it goes, we are made right with God by placing our faith in Jesus. And this is true for everyone who believes, no matter who we are. So yeah, just, believing in God, just having your faith in Him, and God has got you. He sees you as you are. Like, you may not be perfect. You may not have your life together. You may still be sinning. But as long as you have your faith in God and you believe in Him, He has you. He's got you. And for me, it's just doing that. It's just believing in God, because I do have my days where I'm just like, God, you've forsaken me. I'm like, I'm here asking you for this and you're doing the complete opposite. I'm like, why forsake your children? Like, why leave us? And God really shows Himself. He really shows Himself. He's just like, no. Like, and another Bible verse that I actually had as well on 1 second, guys. I need to get it up here. It is Psalm verse 9. So Psalm chapter 9 verse 10. No, I got the scripture mixed up, but yes. So yeah, so it's you can call that bit house. So, okay. So yeah, so another like scripture that I had, because when things were going like left and I was like, God, you're supposed to be making them go right. What is wrong? God really like showed himself. He was just like, I was like, God, I'm asking you for this, and you're giving me the opposite. I'm like, I'm talking to you, I'm pouring out my heart to you, and it's like you're not listening to me. Like I would straight up be like, God, you're not listening to me. I'm asking you for this and you're not giving me what I want. I'm telling you this. I'm expecting you to perfect it in like 2 seconds. And I'm like, girl, God doesn't work that way. He has everything planned out. But for me, like Psalm 9, verse 10 spoke, and it said to me, it was like, those who know your name trust in you. For you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. And looking back at like certain situations, I'm just like, damn, like God, like I actually seeked him and he actually came true with what I asked him for. So he never forsakes his children, although it might not be in that time or the moment that you ask for it. God will give it to you down the line. It may not be the exact moment you want it, but God has got you. He has got you. And that's one thing I want everyone to know. Like, you may ask for something, be like, God, I want you to do it right now. It's not going to happen right now. Guys, come on. We got to be serious. We have to be serious with ourselves. Like, it's not going to happen right then and there. But we all know who God is, and we know that he's not going to forsake us. So I just know God has got us. The journey is not going to be easy. I feel like I've mixed this whole thing all together. It's all over the place, but we move. But God really has us, and we just, gotta keep it stepping. But gotta keep it stepping with God. That's it. You gotta keep it stepping. And one thing I'm gonna say, everybody is a sinner. We all slip back into our sinful acts, but as you keep on pushing through, God is gonna be with you. As I say, God is within her, God is with her, and God is, yeah, you finish it off yourself. But guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. I feel like it's kind of rushed, and it's all over the place. But that is my journey. It's a very all over the place journey. But I'm still learning each day. Like, today's a new day. It's still a new day. We're learning. We keeping it stepping. So yeah. Thank you for listening. Hey guys, welcome to the bench. It's your girl Joy. I'm actually very honored and grateful to be. Come on, do. Come, they need to say you in the frame.
For my future employers, I am very, very sorry. But here we go.
I can't laugh. Wait, let me do.
I'm so scared.